Hello and welcome to a Dominion Online Championship match between UltimateGeek and Shorty. This is their first match for both of them, round one. And UltimateGeek is the slightly higher seeded player. And yeah, format is first to 3.5. A lot of landscapes here. And Triumph, can we score with? I guess we can with like Wayfarer. There's Fairham stuff as well. Desert Guides turn one, yeah, I can see that. To get the Mountain Shrine trashing early. Unfortunately, going to miss all of the shelters. Assuming they find it at all. Would be tempting to pick up a second Mountain Shrine. Also on the opening, I can see something like Exploration then Mountain Shrine, because you're probably going to like not gain anything twice, I imagine. So the villagers could be useful there. Longer term, I guess we're mainly doing like, yeah, there's no plus buy though, which is a problem. And it's going to be harsh winter, so I don't think Triumph is going to be too easy to score with. So probably we want to mainly be going after provinces. I'm not sure about Longship versus Litter. My instinct is Litter is better here, but it's kind of close. Also, I didn't mention, but Shorty's hand is hidden, which is slightly annoying. Well, pretty annoying. So I guess we're just going to pretend that we're playing as UltimateGeek here. And I wouldn't mind the Wayfarer. I wouldn't mind even like a gold, possibly. Contract is okay with Desert Guides. Longship's fine. Is there any... No, there's no Necropolis in the trash yet, so Mountain Shrine not drawing. I think we definitely trash here. I don't think the fives are like that good that you should keep the coppers around just to hit 5. Like if you can trash and take Exploration or Poet there. I think both of those would have been good options. 6 could be, yeah, really hammering the Longships. I mean, they're okay. Like it's quite a slow kingdom, so you've got time to get them going. Province is probably a bit too early, although it's nice to get the debt on it. I'm not sure about Camel Train here, or at least like I'm definitely not sure about getting first mate with Camel Train. You could Camel Train some golds to increase your payload and then just try and consistently province. But yeah, obviously everything like you're buying to free from exile that's your only buy of the turn. I don't like taking the debt off contract. I don't think we needed to, particularly. We could have taken a Litter or a Wayfarer or a gold, I think. Yeah, we had 6. Yeah, I like that. I think we buy gold here. First mate just doesn't really do anything because we don't have enough actions that we want to play, and also with longship start of turn draw is you're not really utilizing the draw to axe component of it. So yeah, I think golds would have been much better there. You free your 2 golds from exile and put the debt on the gold, and then then you've just got loads of money you can have. Like, I guess we drew 2 cards with first mate there. But you draw 2 cards with litter, and litter works every time, whereas first mate is a bit finicky. How much do we have here? We can hit 8, but we don't really need 8. I don't mind maybe like setting aside one of the mountain shrines with contract and taking a Wayfarer. I don't like taking the debt off the province particularly. I think it's quite good in like single buy games with Hosh Winter. Like you often want to just leave the other person with the debt on the provinces. Like they'll have to take it off at some point, and then you can province again. Yeah, the hand is hidden. I don't really feel like I can just message them and tell them to show it, but it's yeah, it's annoying. UltimateGeek has not that much payload, but we have enough. Again, like, we don't need to go up on provinces. I guess it's fine if we think we're going to be consistent enough. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they could have. No, they only drew their contracts at the end. But I think it's definitely like worth bearing in mind at some point to maybe take a duchy when there's debt on the province pile. But at the moment, UltimateGeek doesn't actually have enough money in deck to be like setting aside a mountain shrine for next turn. I think it's going to work out for them. They're drawing quite consistently, but I think they were just in a pretty commanding position either way. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to province and hope that they miss, but there's just not really a catch-up mechanism. Did they just had province there, didn't they? Or did I? Maybe not with the debt that they had. But they're definitely not going to hit province this turn because their contract is out. Oh, fair. As a side note, it really upsets me when, well, not upsets, irks, when people say GG and they don't resign because the game is not over. I don't understand why people do that. Well, if they've got 3 longships in play, then they can't play both mountain shrines, right? I think they need to play everything to hit 8. Oh no, they've got 2 coppers still. Yeah, I think they just played a bit more direct. Like the detour to first mates didn't really help. I don't think, but I did like the golds. Oh, 5-2. Feels like Vampire is better than Sook, although Sook is also going to be quite good here. I don't know about Monastery. I think Sook trashing should be enough, and the Monastery is kind of like in the way of you. Yeah. I mean, it's still unfortunate to bomb deck Vampire, but less likely if you don't take the Monastery. I think the Vampire gain has to be Sook. That might be painful. It's got to be Sook. Very slow trashing with Monastery here. But yeah, like I haven't actually mentioned it, but the Sook, like Sook is great here because you can toil them. So you can play all your treasures, then play Sook, and it gives you loads of money. Yeah, I think Crystal Ball is bad. Margrave is fine later, but it's like I just want to get all the Sooks, and then probably Sooks will empty, Silks might empty. You can get cities or just like 3 pile on something. Might actually be a friendly war. I don't know if we actually want Silk in deck too much. Are they buying a Silk instead? Yeah, I can see that. I feel like there's technically an auto power with like Sook, Toil, and Pathfinding. You can just keep buying and toiling the Sooks and drawing the new ones. But yeah, I'm not sure we get to that point. Still no Sooks gained. I'm gonna start cheering for whichever player gets one. I don't know what that last card is. I don't think we need to draw it. Definitely would like a Sook. Third vampire is way too many vampires. I think one on this board is fine. And that's largely because they had the 5/2, so you can't trash anything when you buy the Sook. Yeah, I think it can be difficult to know how to and when to green in Sook games. This one, it seems like the piles might just empty and you won't have to worry about it. What? Bought a copper? Why are we buying copper? I guess we got so many bats. We need something to trash with them. But we're just not really drawing anyway. You can trash a bat to another bat. You don't need that many vampires. I'm finding it very difficult to evaluate whose deck is better at this point because neither of them look like the deck I envisioned. I feel like, yeah, I mean, UltimateGeek has a lot of cities. Yeah, it's 5/3 at the moment. But we don't need that many villages because we don't really have any terminals. There's just no payload at all. Buying monastery now is also, I don't think, helpful. I wonder if they're just like, they have two and they want to buy something. Please just get 3 Sooks. Or, I mean, you can get 2 Sooks in a city if you want the last city, which maybe we do. But also, you kind of don't want to activate the cities for your opponent so much. I think 3 Sooks here is probably correct, but definitely at least 1 Sook, and that's definitely not what's going to happen. Yeah, I think Vampire Skip would be fine. It just depends on what your hand looks like when you hit 5. If you hit 5 with 2 estates, then sure, you take Sook, and then you take more Sook, and you don't need Vampire. But for UltimateGeek, like, I think the Vampire was definitely correct because they had a 5/2. There's 5 bets between the two players, if assuming. I think it starts with 10 in the pile. I'm surprised we still had so many estates. It's hard to track what's been going on with Shorty, if they've been getting unlucky with their bets. I think we're slightly overdrawing. So yeah, we shouldn't have played the silk. We should have just played Mulgrave, and then we can trash the silks with the bets. Yeah, we're just keeping the bet. There's still a lot of coppers on that side as well. That province is too early, I think. I don't think there's any threat of UltimateGeek. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, I don't know how Shorty has 6 coppers, but there's 12 in the trash. So, yeah, I don't know. This game is like way too difficult for me to follow. Well, I mean, the decks aren't terrible, but like as soon as the city's activated, now everyone has like 20 cards of overdraw and no economy. Like this is a very strong kingdom. It shouldn't be lasting to turn 15. I also don't know when the Exorcist appeared. But I mean, we can trash Silk into an imp, which is important. We're buying coppers again. But like at this point, you can't really add to because you've got like 6 night cards in your hand, so you're not going to get any money anyway. I mean, this could just be a silver. I mean, Dachi, sure. Like, I mean, not sure, but I feel like Shorty is favourite at this point because they've actually got some money in their deck. And UltimateGeek kind of panicked on the last turn and got Adachi. Maybe just more silk. Gold, fine. Trashing Monastery, sure. And Curse, yeah. I don't think we need to play Margrave here. We can just buy, I don't even know, like gold, silk or something. Trash it. I'm surprised they didn't gain. No, that was fine. I think there's probably going to be an estate pile out for Ultimate Geek because they're gonna activate City again with Silk, and so I guess Shorty needs to score. And they got Envious. That is brutal. I didn't even notice that. Envious best hex. Yeah, so I think Ultimate Geek just piles his estates here, like pretty trivially. Yeah, I think you can probably just gain estate with Cobbler, and you're gonna have it. I guess you could gain silver if you're worried because the buys won't be the problem. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's in hand. That yeah, that Envious is brutal. 3 golds, 2 silvers. They could have doubled and then they would have been safe. Oh, they're gonna see it. They should. Yeah, I mean you can pile duchies as well if you want. You can pile lots of things. They're still buying coppers. probably still going to win. Could they win on, they could have won with the curse pile out, I think. How many buys did they have? 9? 10? Yeah, I don't think Schortie has enough money in deck to catch up. Or am I wrong? I mean, this gets province triple duchy. Yeah, that's not enough. Is that enough? Man, I feel like I can't count. That is enough, right? Yeah, this wins. All that way. Game 1 for Schortie. Is that no? That was game 2, right? Yeah. Man, I'm all over the place. It's been a long day. Well, I say that I spend the morning playing golf, so not exactly the most draining time. This feels like Rice Broker will be a good open. I'm not sure. Like we top deck a silver. I guess we think that the 4-3 is better. But that just can't be true. Rice Broker seems really good here. And then you get a bunch of money by like loads of wayfarers with travelling fare. And then yeah, you can remodel them to provinces. It's slightly awkward though, because if you're gaining stuff with Groom mid-turn, then you can't remodel the wayfarers to province. But yeah, Rice Broker is very strong. Like it's even more strong with shelters as well, because you get to draw with Necro. And kind of with Overgrown Estate, 1 card versus normal estate. I think Gather could be quite nice here if someone gets up to 7. I don't understand buying Villa on 5. And Poorhouse, like Villa Poorhouse is like kind of a thing, but not enough of a thing for me to think that you should be playing it. It's not like I don't know, like Villa Souk or, well, there's like infinite Villa combos. I also don't think you want to be gaining like too many villas for no reason. Because you need more draw to make up for it. Like you can gain villa with groom, like gain it to hand and then use rice broker to trash it for draw, but you need more rice broker for that. I felt like I've been saying a lot of what's been said in the chat as well, but my chat has stopped scrolling, so apologies. I think we want at least 2 rice brokers. At the moment, 1 each is not enough. I think I might even want 3 rice brokers. Like it's very good here. You might as well play Poorhouse first. Yeah. We're getting a lot of silver. And we don't really have enough draw. Oh, gather is really nice here. Oh no. This kingdom doesn't need prince. It's plenty strong. Yeah, if you gather here, you can take a Wayfarer as the 3. We also bought Shantytown Rice Broker instead of buying Gather, where we could have got a free harbour village. You could stop here and just Prince Wayfarer. Prince Horse is nice too, obviously. Again, we could have taken Wayfarer on the 3. Like top deck Wayfarer, Harbour Village Rice Broker is so nice. But we do at least get Rice Broker. Dutchies, maybe like scared of the pilot buy, which seems a way off. Like Wayfarers can pass super quickly, but I don't know what the third pile would be. I don't like trashing Harbour Village. I'd rather draw on them than trash Villa. This is a lot of money though. I wonder if there's going to be a win on Estates and Wayfarers. How much money would that be? If you gain... they didn't stop very long to think about it. So it's 16 plus 2 for every buy you need. And you need an extra buy to buy a copper before the Wayfarers. I think we can trash a Wayfarer. That's a lot of silver. Don't play Poorhouse. Yeah, the buying Poorhouse, I don't really get it. But yeah, they're definitely winning this game anyway. I've been finding it quite hard to pay attention to what Schortie was doing this game, so I can't really say where it went wrong. Yeah, I mean it's over half VP. They can definitely resign. I don't understand playing it out. And I definitely don't understand playing it out after you've said GG. We got to see their hand at least, because they played Poorhouse. So 2-1 to UltimateGeek. And Shopkeepers with ball is not too important. This board is kind of weak. I definitely want raise on one of the buys. Caravan raise is okay. Raise gear is probably okay as well. Swindler doesn't seem amazing, but I guess the board is weak enough that it might work out. But there's like not really any fives you're going to be carrying that can get turned into duchy. That's kind of the main pain point when you get swindled. I guess turning caravans into cemeteries is kind of annoying, but like if it happens early, you might just be able to get a big cemetery trash off. Yeah, like hitting estate is just friendly. Like you're just filtering. I think one villain is okay. 2 villains is probably stretching it a bit. Or is that 1 each? No, it's 1 each. I feel like Gear Money just beats a lot of this attacking stuff. With maybe some caravans. I don't think you buy anything here. Are they going to give them a cemetery and let them trash? No. Yeah, I just don't really know, like... I mean, I guess the distant lines stuff is okay, but... it's quite slow. I mean, this is obviously also pretty slow, because you have... how many terminals? And UltimateGeek doesn't have a village yet. So I think, yeah. Yeah, I quite like that, actually. Ghost is a village. Kind of. It's a village if it hits caravan. But then it's stuck out for an extra turn. I would have taken the cemetery and trashed out with Razor as well. Then you could have picked up Ghost. And played something twice for next turn. The raise kind of hurts. From Swindler. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice where the Ox was here. But yeah, like Ox gear is not draw. Is this Ghost gonna hit raise, or is there other stuff down there? I mean, hitting raise is okay-ish. You can always just trash it if there's nothing else in your hand to trash. But we are super thin, and we don't have any money. Yeah, I mean, I really do think Gear Money is gonna do very well here against all of this. So the open is probably just like raise gear. You only really need one raise, I think. I don't think it's worth getting baubles instead of silvers if you're playing gear money, because like it's going to take a while for them to become silvers with plus buy. I think the gold is needed. Might as well trash the copper. I feel like, yeah, gold is probably correct there. And I don't know, do we just get another gold? I feel like joining in on the distant lands is probably not the play. It's just going to run the piles quicker. I guess you probably give them another swindler. They're like quite over-terminaled. I think I would have given them a swindler. Silver's probably the next worst. Both gear and snowy are good. I feel like the thing about Silvermine in the current state is that I just feel like it's going to get swindled into a duchy, whereas gold is just going to get swindled into a gold. I think this is just another gold. These silvers really feel like they're helping. So I guess you ox. Yeah, pick up ghost. I don't know if we have actions down there actually. I think we don't. So you kind of need to buy something to ghost, which is more like villain. Yeah, I mean, if we were going to do that, we should pick up silver with the raise instead of ghost, and then we could have saved some coffers. See, look at that, gold to gold. Amazing. This needs to be province, I think. There's quite a lot of lowering. There's no plus buy over here though, but there is a province. And if you pop raise, is there a distant lands down there? Oh no. Who's got the unplayed distant lands? Trash is caravan. Not sure why you wouldn't just play caravan and then trash raise. You get like one extra card of search space if you trash caravan, but you've also lost one card of draw. Yeah, UltimateGeek is going to be winning this. Because, yeah, I think provinces were the way to go. I mean, they took a very roundabout way of getting to provincing. But yeah, just buying distant lands occasionally was not very fast. They're also not that thin. There's only 7 coppers trashed. And I think all of those might have been from UltimateGeek. Yeah, it's probably province. You could take a duchy. This ghost has really not done much. That is game for UltimateGeek. So potentially the last game, we have match point, and they are going first. And God, this is yuck. You definitely want to get Berserker like ASAP. I would say Fishmonger, definitely Fishmonger, and then I don't know who you pair with it. Silver or Bard. Probably not Bard. I don't think Bard does anything really. But like 100% Fishmonger, because then when you hit 5 you can buy a Berserker. And then when you hit 5 again you can start getting Governor, draw up loads of Governor, play Berserker, make them discard back down to 3. Yeah, see, I mean you could be playing Fishmonger here from the top of your deck. Although even if they get Berserker here, they can still buy Berserker. I think Minion is probably too slow here. There's no like thinning, so you can't reliably, play all the stuff in your hand and then flip it. Well, like there's thinning, but it's not really. Yeah, I just want to get like all the governors, and then keep getting Minstrel with Berserker. This minion's good value though. You definitely flip, surely. And then Governor. I like the Fishmonger as well. I don't think you need to play with Legionary here. It's just like you've already got a discard attack in Berserker, and then every other 5 you probably want to be governor. And then maybe when the governors are empty, you might want legionary, but then the game's probably over. Yeah, it's pretty hard to draw when you don't have any of the conventional draw. Well, there's only one conventional draw card. I wonder what we gain when minstrels run out with the berserker gain. We're pretty under-terminal, so we could just gain a bunch of fishmongers, I think. But at some point, there'll be too many. I think I'd probably buy nothing on anything less than 4. Anything less than 5, I mean. I guess Night Watchman's okay. Although you could just get minioned. Feels like this is going to end on like minstrels, fishmongers, and estates. I mean, it won't because people will start greening before that, but ooh, governor. Schortie on the comeback trail. I guess for UltimateGeek, if they're trying to play like a disappearing money thing, then they could get barred, which they have. Governor? Wow, this is a very nice hand for UltimateGeek, so probably it's going to get minioned. Death card. I'm not sure we wanted to trigger that shuffle. Is that not just like loads of junk down there? We discarded a bunch of treasures. So I think we're just gonna have like 2 duds in a row. Yeah, I don't understand it. They got 1 governor, and then back to minion. And buying like minion and silver together in the same turn is quite like contradictory. Yeah, I feel like I have no idea who's doing well in this game. I think at this point, you can kind of just take province when you hit it. There's not that much more. Like I feel like your deck is just cooked at this point. It's quite hard to make it better. What are we taking? Bard? This really is a lot of Night Watchmen. And I think they knew, well, if they'd been tracking their deck, they knew that they had a good hand coming up anyway. I don't think the provinces will empty in time. I think another pile is going to go first. But maybe I'll be wrong. Governor Gold. Yeah, I think Bard to Duchy does feel correct. You don't really need the Berserker here either, to be fair, if you're playing minion all the time. That was a very nice turn. Double province. Province here for Ultimate Geek. I think you should probably just take it. Yeah, you just have to hope. What are we hitting here? 5. Yeah, I mean the Duchy doesn't make you safe, but I think it's still fine to take. I made sure you can trash a copper. Not sure you get back round. This feels very random on who's going to win this game. Is it here? It is here. Death card for the win. 3-2 now. And we have Wharf. Mainly Wharf. I think like Wharf money, like obviously you want some villages as well, but oh, there's no no, there is trashing allied. There's bat. I think just double silver in the open. First 5. It could be Wharf or Vampire. I can see both. The Sanctuary as well, actually, for thinning. So yeah. Yeah, definitely don't open Aristocrat. I think it's... Yeah. It's fine. Maybe later, like if you have 2 of them exactly, then you can... It's like a lost city, but you just don't need that. Yeah. Once you have some Wharves in Citadel, you could also think about doing Wharf first to play it twice, and then buying Villa and carrying on with your turn. Yeah, I think Trickster is just too slow here. Vampire should be gaining Wharf. Definitely. I just feel like it's kind of been a bit of a theme that the players have missed the most powerful card on the board, like not playing with Governor, not playing with Souk, not playing with Wharf. Which really, yeah, like you kind of need to know. 4 Aristocrats. It just doesn't really do anything. Yeah, Border God I like. I'd probably rather trash the extra copper instead of buy a Border Guard there. Or actually, what I would rather do is buy a Border Guard and trash the Aristocrat as well. I guess you take Citadel here. I think it's good enough to be worth it. Yeah, double play Border Guard. Hoping to find Wharf. They don't manage. Just buy another Wharf. Yeah. Not sure why we bought Villa. We have a Wharf for Shorty. Yeah, I'm not really sure on like whether to play Border Guard or Wharf first there. The Wharf like for this turn and next turn is super nice, but then you have to stop and buy a Villa, which you can't even buy a Villa, you're deluded. So yeah, definitely in that situation, Border Guard. But more generally, I don't know. I don't think you need money yet, although I guess you're getting a Wharf here and you're probably drawing next turn. Definitely don't need Hunting Party. There's so much village, you can just play with Wharf. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I don't think the Vampire is necessary, but at least they took 2 Wolves. I don't really think you need Sanctuary. Like, until you start greening, you can trash stuff with Bat, like, easier, and you'd rather be buying Wolf. Like, it's okay, I guess, if you want to keep some coppers in exile to get your Palace points, but it's not really necessary. Like, well, on the turn that you pile out, if you're winning, then you can just buy loads of coppers because you're gonna have so many buys anyway. Why did we not double play Hunting Party? I honestly think emptying the Wolf series is probably good. Like, buy 2 and maybe a silver or a workers village. Probably a silver is fine. And then gain 1 with Vampire, and then you're threatening to win next turn. Like, Shorty's not going to catch up the points, I don't think. But to be honest, like, anything they do is winning. I definitely don't need Vampire. Like, unless you need the Bat for trashing, you're better off just buying the 5 that you want, I think, in most cases. So many aristocrats. Like, we don't need them for buys. You want to be playing maximum 2 in 1 turn, because like every 4th you play, yeah, they just cancel out. Like, if you play 2, it's nice. That's a lost city. If you play 3, now that's just a peddler. And then then you just don't want the buys. That's just playing like a ruined market. This feels like a win. This is definitely a win. There's so many different wins here. I think my favorite would be on the curses. It's fun to buy out curses. Yeah, you could pile on like everything. You could pile on border guards, estates, curses. Yeah, I feel like they just need to maybe remind themselves to look for a pile out. I was like pretty terrible at this when I was learning as well. I'm still quite bad because I play too fast. But what I do think is probably helpful is if you play like the find the win puzzles on the Discord, and then you can look at a position and be like, oh, this looks like something I saw there. Ultimate Geek already has win in hand for next turn, but I don't know if they'll have seen it. I mean, you got to see that the curse is like empty, right? Yeah. So that is 4-1 to Ultimate Geek. 4-2 even, sorry. So that is game. Who are they going to play in the next round, I wonder. They're in my side of the bracket, the Camel group. So let's go have a look. They're playing Knave. I don't know if Knave was watching here. But yeah, it's a tough game for Ultimate Geek. And yeah, thanks everyone for listening. And congrats to Ultimate Geek. See ya.